This year we got plans to hit Ohio like a wrecking ball, son. But not in like a Miley Cyrus kind of way, like in a good way. As in, if it's a big buck or anything else legal to shoot, it's going down.
We're still in Ohio. It's day whatever. I'm back here in the same stand I killed my giant 8-pointer.
We want to secure this as a non-cursed state for us.
I tell you, Ohio curse has been broken out of the only tree stand I've ever killed a deer in Ohio with.
So year 2 is just as important as the ice break in year 1.
Oh, how you like me now, Ohio? 5 years. 5 years.
We are going to be hunting right around Halloween.
Why so serious?
So that means a couple things. It means trick or treat for the kids, but for us it means rut, son, and these big bucks are about to get lovesick.
The rut is about here. I don't know if they're just taking a little pre-rut break or something, but one might stroll by. We're gonna sit for quite a while today. We'll learn today. We gotta see one first. That's the thing about killing one.
Ohio, here we come. We're gonna put this curse thing to rest. I hope. Well, this week's gonna be extra fun for me no matter what the hunting's like because I'm bringing my wife and my 2 daughters with me. We're excited. What's really gonna be cool for the girls is that it is around Halloween, so they're gonna get to trick or treat. They're staying in a log cabin that's in a pumpkin patch. Only way it could get any better is if we go out there and kill a deer. I mean, and that's just icing on the cake at this point for me. I'd rather hang out in the cabin with my wife and kids for ever and ever. And I mean, I would never, as long as we had enough deer meat to eat and a wood stove, hey man. It's like John Anderson said, man, I got deer in the woods, tomatoes in the jar, a fire in the VCR. If we get a VCR, we're gonna be in business.
Spend all day in the woods trying to kill a deer. Getting your underwear on the porch. How you doing? Here you come hang out? We got a fire. Stop. I should have killed that deer. Them bow range.
We met the Bakers through the hunting industry and through a relationship there, but then the Munn family is no strangers to hunting either. Old Sonny Munn, some years ago, killed a state record with a recurve bow, son, and it is a giant. When we got into camp, I could tell the boys were fired up. What they were excited about was all the footage from their wild game cameras that they've been collecting, and they had some studs on there, son.
Glass up and heads down is to a victim of lost and found. What are we worth anyway? Some know.
After looking at all the trail camera footage, old Chris pulled out another piece of footage of him accomplishing one of his goals, which was to self-film a buck with a bow and arrow.
There's some chasing going on back in here and just trying to get them to come in.
Now this is hard, man. Filming, camera in one hand, bow in another, trying to adjust the camera and then get your bow drawn. It's not easy if you've ever tried it. Usually, you screw one or the other up. Let's see how Chris does in this situation.
Just be careful what you wish for, 'cause it might be hell.
Chris got into some deer right away, and he's filming this little non-typical under his tree stand, and then he spots a pretty good buck slipping right toward him on the field edge. He slammed him, son, there's no doubt about it. The old Hoyt Impact Replay doesn't lie. He smoked him.
There it is, right there.
January 15th, late Ohio season. Been a long year. I gotta say he's not the biggest buck I've ever killed, but first video buck. Proud as can be of him. All I can say is Kip and Josh can be happy about this.
Seeing the video of Chris lay down his buck got me pumped, man. I'm ready to hunt now.
Exodus.
We were definitely fired up to sit in that stand that first morning, I can promise you that. But as the first couple days went by, we were noticing that it was pretty slow. And I wasn't really surprised based on the wild game cameras. You know, most of the buck activity right now is at night. However, it only takes that one hot doe to stroll through to get everything on its feet.
It's been kind of slow. Got awesome trail camera videos of a bunch of big bucks, but he don't seem to be out in the daylight. But the rut looks like it's getting fired up. There's some scrapes and stuff. And this actually last year is where I killed my big 8-pointer, right back in here, just down the hill. Sweet little spot. The deer just not moving good yet, but it'll pick up.
You know, as I walked out through the timber that morning, I couldn't help but think of the awesome hunts I'd had right here last year. And our success in Ohio actually started all because a doe was trying to play peekaboo with me. I was gonna let her live, but she kept pushing it and I needed some deer meat.
Where, as Ted Nugent would say, have we seen this before? The whole story of Ohio for us is we're this close to killing a deer every day. And this is actually my first Ohio bow kill right here.
That same year, we've been hunting this one 8-pointer real hard in that same block of woods. And he disappeared for a couple days, but then all of a sudden, on day 14, he popped back up.
All right, here he goes. Here he comes.
You know, it's days like this that keep all of us bow hunters going back for more, man. No matter how cold it gets or how miserable it looks outside.
It's the big 8, son. We came back to Ohio on the comeback trip, went to Illinois, smoked a buck, came back here, first night, baby. 5 years. 5 years.
You know, it's days like that that stick out in your mind that remind you why you do it.
God, what a deer. That'll make those weeks and weeks and weeks that we hunted worth it. And to get to travel the Midwest to see bucks like this is amazing. To get to kill one is just really just a blessing, man. God is good to us, buddy.
All I could think about that night in the cabin is that big 8-pointer and how that hunt came together. And the next day when we got up, man, I was fired up to get in that tree stand.
If the stars were made to wish on while we're dreaming, and if my scars had all been stitched up, then why they bleeding? They say it's darkest before the dawn, shine some light on me. And if it's calmest before the storm, I'm just waiting on a breeze.
They're combining corn on 2 different spots that the deer been kind of primarily keying in. So we put ourselves smack dab in the middle of them.
It was just like we were on pins and needles with anticipation of seeing some big bucks, but really the only thing we saw was an old broke-leg doe.
Pretty eyes and auburn hair.
If ever there was a perfect doe to take out of the herd, this was it.
That made him stop and stare. He never thought she'd run around.
And I bet you're saying to yourself, I bet Kip shoots that deer.
She built him up, then let him down.
And you'd be wrong, because Miss Munn asked me not to shoot that deer.
Time again. She swore
Mrs. Munn, you're the only reason I didn't kill that deer. She's still over there almost stomping at us. But that's an older doe. Miss Munn watches that doe from the house a lot.
Because she likes to watch her eat her flowers or whatever you do, Miss Munn. I want to let you know that I let that deer live, just for you.
She broke the rules and got away. That doesn't happen very often.
Unfortunately, that doe was the only thing that offered us a shot that evening, so the sun is setting on the third day here in Ohio.
Ain't always what they say. That's why he trembles when he remembers that she's like the devil.
The next day is Halloween, and while my little kids were carving pumpkins and getting ready for trick-or-treat, we were getting ready to get in the tree stand.
It's Halloween. Figured we'd get in the spirit a little bit. Just completely dead. Which is fitting for Halloween. I'd like to make something actually dead today. Maybe it's the curse of Halloween week or something that we didn't know about. Or the Ohio curse part 2.
We sat the rest of Halloween day and saw next to nothing, really. I mean, big bucks are just not moving right now. Well, if the big bucks aren't going to cooperate with me and Josh, we can at least go back to the Halloween party and scare the kids.
My kids are inside at a trick-or-treat party, so we're gonna go in and do a little trick-or-treating.
I'll step out in front of the window and I'm thinking everybody's gonna scream and throw their drinks and the kids are gonna run. Nothing.
Munn doesn't even see me right now. Are you kidding me? This is backfiring like crazy. They can't see me at all.
No, I know you can. I mean,
None of them can.
I'm getting a little concerned now. I mean, they can't see me, now they can't hear me. If I can't scare them from the window, I'm just gonna sneak up on them.
he's inside.
He's inside.
Yeah.
You can see in this Hoyt high-speed replay that my youngest daughter really got the short end of the stick because she had her back turned to me. I think we're a little off our game this week when we can't even scare kids on Halloween night. Well, the big bucks aren't moving. The only doe we've had in range is on the no-fly list, and we've only got one more day to hunt. It was time to blow off a little steam. Well, we shot my Diamondback 300 Blackout in the pumpkin patch for a while, which relieved a little bit of stress. Then I remembered that Mr. Munn said he had a patch of sunflowers that needed bush hogging. I don't have a bush hog, but I got a Ranger. And if we've learned anything from the movie Zombieland, you gotta appreciate the little things, even if that means running over a lot of little things.
What's Kip doing?
I think he's lost it.
Well, we hunted the morning after Halloween and didn't see much but this little buck. And it's getting down to the wire, man. I mean, we got one more hunt to get it done.
It's the last evening here at the Munns in Ohio. The week has gone by way too fast, but it's also seemed slow because we ain't hardly seen a big buck. I'm sick of this trophy hunting stuff. I gotta be honest with you people. I mean, we want to make it look good for TV, but I have the heart and soul of a redneck. I just like killing stuff and putting meat on the table. So tonight, even though it's the last night of our hunt and the rush is starting to kick off, I'm gonna shoot the first thing that comes in. How you like that?
You got your mind in the gutter, baby. You
got your daddy's money, your mama's looks. You always at the parties, got no time for books. But you ain't never met a man like me before. And now you had a little of it, you want some more. I can tell that you love it.
Well, as soon as I was done rattling, I thought I heard something walking through the woods. And just pay close attention to the top right side of your screen.
Here's the field right there. Don't move. Oh, I'm gonna see a shooter. Hell yeah. That. Oh, I shot him on my 40-yard pin. I shot him with the wrong daggone pin.
I knew from the moment this arrow left my bow that I didn't get him. I knew it. Knew it.
I ranged him at 30 and used the wrong pin. He's in our wind now. There's no way he'll come back. Smooth missed me. I ain't never missed a deer in my life on video. And I missed 2 this year.
I knew all my ranges. I got no excuses. I missed, flat out missed. Choked, no excuse. But for some reason, I used my 40-yard pin. To this day, I don't know why I did it.
Last evening, last couple minutes of light, rattled a big buck in. I think he was a 10-pointer. I'm just disgusted with myself, man. That was our opportunity. That was a lot of fun right up until the point where I saw that arrow go over his back.
It's your time to deliver.
So I had to drag my sorry butt back in the house in front of my kids and my wife and tell them that I had missed.
You're messing with me.
I'm not messing with you at all.
Yes, you are.
The worst part about the whole thing is that I'd played so many tricks on my wife in the past that she wouldn't believe me.
Can I go look in your truck bed?
You can look anywhere you want because that deer is still running around without a scratch on him out there.
Not the best way to end the trip. Slightly better than not getting a shot at a buck, but only slightly. Whether you miss or just spend a quiet day in the woods or you kill the buck of a lifetime, a bow hunter goes out looking to get closer to nature. But oftentimes what happens is he ends up getting closer to God and his friends and family, and that's exactly what happened on this particular trip. I enjoyed that time with my kids and my wife down in the cabin, living the simple life, and that's why I'll be a bow hunter till the day I die. Now next week, the good news is it's not over. We got a 3-day window in our schedule. We're coming back to the Buckeye State to get a little redemption.